Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Brandon. Here's with another episode of Let's Build. Got a special guest with me.
Yo, it's your boy Steph Lauren. What up, y'all? What's good?
What up? So, he's a music artist. He's gonna get his spill, but we're gonna jump right into it. How did you get into rapping? How did you start?
To be quite honest, music has always been a part of me. It's always been a part of just my culture. A lot of the people that I grew up with, we was always in the music, fashion, this, that, and the third. And to be quite honest, it all started in high school.
Okay.
Because when we was in high school, we was just always freestyle battling in the calf and shit like that.
Doing the grinding beat. I know that was on everybody's #1 beat.
Exactly. Everybody was fucking with the grind and shit. So we just throw a beat on and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So niggas would be freestyling and all of a sudden it just hit me. I just started bending shit. I just used to start battling niggas and I'm talking about demolishing niggas and shout outs to Union High School too. Everybody from Union High, they remember that shit. So it started with me just battle rapping in high school, just in the calf and shit like that. And then from there, I was just fucking around with it. I wasn't really taking it serious and shit.
Yeah.
And it was just like a hobby. We was just in lunch and then niggas would throw the beat on. Hey, still get that nigga. So I was just always undefeated type shit. It's nah. There was a couple niggas that had some bars too. Shout out to Union High and shit like that. So we started off doing that. And it just grew. The whole culture grew in me. I started off doing that, and then I didn't necessarily take it seriously from there.
Right.
So my boy Var started with the music first. I feel as far as Jersey's concerned, as far as the music videos and hip hop shit like that, my boy Var, he really had shit shaking early in Jersey. Mm-hmm. So he started that shit. He set it off for us. So he kicked the door down and pretty much showed niggas what we was about. And then after a while, I was just always just kind of in the background, just helping him with social media and shit that. Right. Just the annoying shit that, most people didn't want to handle. So I was just always handling that. So just in the background, and then, I was always rapping too, but I never was putting music out myself. So I was just kind of just always playing the background and stuff like that. And then after just seeing him just kick up for a while, I just decided, after, him putting out several videos, getting great feedback and just people knowing me and just I felt I was kind of holding myself back in a way. So I just felt let me just open up, let me give people me and stuff like that. So then after about 2 to 3 years of him just putting out music videos consistently, I thought, me and him, we had got on a track together and people gonna remember that shit too. Shout outs to everybody who remember the track On the Throne. My niggas from Bloomfield remember that. My niggas from Union remember that. On the Throne, that was the first verse that I was actually featured on that made me want to take music seriously. So it was Var's track On the Throne. Yo, that shit was fucking fire.
I think I heard that.
Yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Bloomfield was talking about it. I remember
yeah,
that.
That shit was shaking. That shit was shaking back then. So that was my first verse. And then when I put that shit out, yo, to be honest with you, the feedback was crazy on that shit. Mad people was fucking with it. They was yo, Stiff, you bent that shit. I came in with some crazy energy and mad people was just yo, this shit is fire, bro. This shit is dope as shit. So, after seeing that kind of feedback, people just telling me, yo, this shit dope. And we in college type shit, you know what I'm saying? We had the Wavy Baby was just jumping off, you know what I'm saying? We was freshmen, sophomores in Bloomfield. We had the Wavy Baby popping off crazy. That track dropped, so, you know what I'm saying? The momentum of all that just made me just want to be you know what? This shit might just be something that I could play with. Let me see what's up with this.
Yeah.
So from there, On the Throne, that was my first verse. Niggas was fucking with that shit. I'm talking about we hit some dumb numbers. I'm talking about 20K on a tube, back in the day. So that shit was crazy.
Word.
So we started tweaking off that, and people are just in the comments yo, who's that on the second verse? Yo, this shit hard, blah, blah. So I'm yo, let me just make my own song. You know what I'm saying? So I was let me just dive in head first with...
What was your first song?
My first song was Garden State.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of people, whoever remember that, that's some fire shit too. You go back and dig that up. That's, you know what I'm saying? I shot that shit on my iPhone. I had an iPhone 5 or 6, one of them shits. I didn't have a cameraman at the time. I didn't have money for a videographer. I just wanted to shoot a music video, and I didn't want to be one of them niggas that's oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. Make excuses and shit, so I'm I'm gonna shoot the shit on my phone.
Yeah, because right now we got so many resources, you can do anything on your own right now.
Exactly, so it's niggas be saying they can't do this, they can't. It's bull. It's bull, bro. You gotta just put that work in. So I shot that video on my iPhone. You can look that shit up. Steve Lauren, Garden State. Basically, the moral, the basic story of that song was just basically talking about how in Jersey, you know what I'm saying, a lot of my Jersey rappers could relate. If you a Jersey rapper and you hearing this shit right now, you can vouch for this shit right now. As a Jersey artist, you feel like it's hard for the state to fuck with you just simply based off of the fact that the people around you, they want it as bad as you do. You know what I'm saying? Your homeboy rap, his homeboy rap, they all want it badly, you know what I'm saying? And as Jersey artists, they think that just by showing this guy love is going to take away from their success.
That's true.
So they're like, oh, no, I can't dick ride him because that's, you know what I'm saying? It's more than enough room for every single one of these artists to do their numbers, you know what I'm saying? But
so let me ask you a quick question. Yeah. Let me just cut you off real quick. Mm-hmm. So do you think Jersey's in a better state now? Do you think everyone's starting to support each other now?
I think Jersey's definitely in a better state. I must admit. Shout out to Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Jersey artists are definitely a lot more supportive. It's a lot better music coming out of Jersey.
That's true.
A lot of the good music isn't, it's not even heard by the masses, but it's really good music. I'm tuned in. Shout outs to all the Jersey artists out there. And I feel like Jersey's in a great state right now. We're definitely making progress. But to some extent, every Jersey artist know what I'm talking about when I say, you know what I'm saying? It's like people just kind of hold back the love because they feel like it's going to take away from theirs. But it's more than enough room for everybody to shine. Like, everybody. Like, this nigga, that nigga, this hippie nigga, this poetic nigga, this lyrical nigga, this trap nigga. It's more than enough room for everybody to have their own lane, but at times, people feel like if I show him love, it's going to take away from mine. Nah, bro, we can show everybody love. So shout out to everybody in Jersey.
So how do you feel about music right now? Like, overall, the music industry, do you feel like...
The music industry, I feel like, is in a dope state, to be honest. And that's a crazy answer coming from an indie artist. But I've been at a point where I've noticed that, to be quite honest, with the internet, with SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, and all of these distribution services that's out there, there's no longer an excuse for anybody. Like, you can't say that this nigga's holding me back or the industry's holding me back or why these niggas ain't bumping my music, why these niggas ain't supporting me. To be honest with you, if you feel like you have not gotten the respect that you deserve, it's simply based off of the fact that you have not given the industry the right amount, the content that they're looking for. It's that simple. It's all in the content, and it's as hard as it is to digest that kind of information.
Right.
It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like people aren't giving you the respect that you deserve, and your song hasn't popped, it just hasn't been the song. Like, you just ain't put out the right song. It might be that simple. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our music's dope, but it's just ain't it. Like, niggas say it ain't it. So you just gotta just keep putting it out. But I just feel like a lot of times too, you just want to stay consistent too, because a lot of times people will push something for like 2-3 weeks and not get the result that they're looking for.
Because Fetty Wap pushed Trap Queen for like a year and a half,
bro, for a minute.
And
the thing with him too, he pulled a fast one on niggas because niggas ain't see him coming from nowhere, bro. Because he was not trying to be that nigga in Jersey, bro. Mm-hmm. He was trying to be that nigga on the internet, be that nigga all over the world, and that's why he went such a smart route, and a lot of niggas fail to recognize that. Like, he was, because you got to think, technically he really came out of nowhere. Like,
he did.
Because we, as Jersey artists, we really didn't know about him until Trap Queen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, until it got popping.
Exactly.
Well, unless you was from Patterson, then maybe,
from
but
that
other
area.
than that,
so what he really did was he popped that shit for real on the internet, and it had them niggas fucking with him so heavy that Jersey had no choice but to fuck with it because his wave was so fucking strong.
That's true. His first album was crazy. I'm mad he didn't come back with another one yet, but hopefully he can do that again.
Nah, that was a dope move, bro. Salute to him, RGF, 300, that whole situation. That shit was dope, y'all. He really smacked that shit out the park. That shit was dope.
So when we was talking about, we're talking about like artists. Let's talk about artists now, because, and I know you're a big person about passion, doing things you want, doing things you love.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about now artists just doing it for a quick buck, quick single, and then they in and out, especially when people are really grinding to get to that spot. Yeah. You just do a one song, you out, you got the check.
That's a great question. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Before, I used to be like, damn, niggas not respecting the culture. Like, why is niggas doing that? That's not really, you know what I'm saying, showing love to the culture. But, you know what You know what I'm saying? As you know what I'm saying, we both went to school for business. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Salute to Bloomfield on that. So as business people, we know that at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's just a hustler, they just a hustler. Like
right.
if you just want to get a quick buck and you just know that you're not really an artist like that and you're not really a musician, but you can put out a song that can make you millions of streams, that'll put millions of dollars in your pockets, and you could take care of your family and have your family set for life. I'm not too mad at that from that aspect because
right.
it's like, you know what I'm saying, you found a way out. Because at the end of the day, you could have just easily just been like the next person and just got like a job somewhere and just been a normal person. But
right.
the fact that you figured it out and you was able to get your family out and have your situation like lit, I think that I have nothing but respect for that. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, just make a little bit better music. Like I said, just put a little bit more passion in the music. It's like, it's cool you trying to make a quick buck, but let this shit make some kind of sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of the music that's out here nowadays is just like niggas just.
So you like music with more content, more lyricism.
To some degree, I'm not gonna lie though. I listen to a lot of the mumble shit too.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I'm pretty sure everybody.
Yeah, like I listen to a lot of that shit too, but for the most part, like I'm not even gonna lie, I don't listen to a lot of people. I listen to more instrumentals than I do people now. All of a sudden, it's just like I feel like, and that's not even to sound crazy and shit like that. I used to hear artists say that in the past, and I used to look at them like, oh, what the fuck, like he mad conceited. Like the beauty in doing that is when you just listen to beats all day and you don't listen to artists, you won't sound like shit. You won't sound like nobody. You won't sound like the next nigga. And you see how everybody's like sounding like Lil Baby right now. Everybody taking that Gunna flow. Everybody doing that shit. So by me,
honestly, sometimes I can't even tell them apart. Like.
Exactly. So it's like I figure sometimes by me not listening, you know what I'm saying, and it sounds very fucked up.
You have a distinctive voice anyway. So
exactly.
It wouldn't even matter if you was to go mumble route.
Yeah. So it's like by me not overindulging in these niggas out here, I'm able to have my own standout type music. So that's why a lot of times when people first hear my music, it's just like it's so left field that it's like, what the fuck? It's like it's kind of foreign because it's like it doesn't sound like what's going on right here. So what's going on right now. So it's just a totally different, you know what I'm saying, view. So that's how I've been coming, really.
Matter of fact, let me skip ahead because you said something. You said people make a quick buck to get out, and recently, last month we lost Nipsey Hussle. He made money. And he left, but he stayed around, helping his community. So how do you feel about that? Making money and helping your community, and
that whole situation was heart wrenching, simply based off the fact that, like, Nipsey represented independence. You know what I'm saying? All the indie rappers out here understand where I'm coming from. Like, he always stood on independence and just being your own person, being your own business, and being your own artist.
Right.
And as an indie artist myself, I've not had a label, I've not had a manager, I've not had any type of backing or none of that, so I've always been totally indie. So I've always felt every bit of his message, so I felt that entire situation was extremely unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy because, like we were saying earlier, the internet is allowing us to run our own business now. We don't need a label, we don't need a manager, honestly. I mean, it's all convenient to have these things because they have the resources and the networks and stuff like that, but we're now given so many resources ourselves that we don't need to rely on these people. We can put our own music out. If you're really a true hustler and if you're a really true indie and you stood on what Nipsey was really saying, you can put your own music out. It's plenty of distribution networks out there, you know what I'm saying? CD Baby, TuneCore, DistroKid, United Masters. It's a bunch of new ones popping up out of nowhere. It's mad ways to put your own music out. So just continue to be independent. Continue to follow your own heart, your own direction, and your own dream, and then you know what I'm saying, you won't slip.
So how do you? So let's say you go mainstream, you have one of those Nipsey years or whatever. Even before that, would you wanna be like? Would you wanna give back and be physically there, or would you want to give back at a distance just to be be safe, or would you just move smarter, always have people with you, things like that?
To be quite honest, I feel like you should always give back. You know what I'm saying? That's always like great because it's just it's good for the soul because you're gonna feel it's just not that it's good for the soul, but it's just like you know that what you're doing is deeper than your music. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than your pockets and deeper than your celebration. You're able to influence other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like with situations like that, it's always a smart move to move cautious and watch who you have around you and stuff like that. But I think most importantly too, you also have to just be mindful of like what kind of energy you're putting out nowadays. So if you intend to give back and stuff like that, it's always good to not be beefing with a lot of people and shit like that. I feel like things like that.
But some people do things like that to you based off jealousy and
yeah, and it's crazy, and it won't even be like beef related or nothing. It'll just be totally out of nowhere, and it's just like you said, it's just out of envy, and it's just as a black community, it's just like I don't get how, we treat each other that way, but it's like this kind of jungle that we're raised in right now, and this kind of jungle that we have to deal with. Yeah. Is like allowing us to be who we are now. So it's like, to some extent, we all the way can't be mad at the jungle that we're in, because if we weren't in this shit right now, we wouldn't be the people that we are or the people that we're becoming. So it's like, it's a love-hate relationship with the whole environment. I feel like you just gotta be cautious. Shit is crazy out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody care about the youth, for real. Like I said on my new track.
Yeah, we're going to touch on that, actually. Yeah. We're going to touch on that. I'm going to get there, though.
Yeah.
But speaking of the youth, how's fatherhood? I know you have a
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Totally amazing. Shout outs to Melody. I know she's going to be watching this video. So she's definitely watching this video right now. Fatherhood is amazing, bro. To be honest, it totally changed my life. When I became a father, like, I felt like it gave me more of a reason to live. I know this may sound crazy, and I'm not just saying like a reason to live like just totally out of nowhere. I'm just saying like I had more of a reason to push to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. More of a reason to really succeed, not just like because it's cool to do this by 25 or to have this amount of money and stuff like that. She brought structure to my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like as you know what I'm saying, as a young father, it's easy to be distracted from just a lot of temptations and just different opportunities that you can come across that may be financially rewarding and stuff like that. So she brought a lot of structure to my life. So I thank God every day for her. Thank God for her soul, because she's just like, without her, who knows where I'd be, man. I was headed down plenty different negative directions, just for like, just a bunch of like negative things could have happened to me, but she just brought a lot of positivity in my life, and just more of a reason to just be successful, and just more of a reason to push to the next level, and just make sure that I do exactly what I said I was gonna do. So I'm like super excited for that.
Word. So like, since you have a child, a daughter, are you more conscious of the music that you make?
Yes. Honestly, now I certainly am. I would say what really kind of stinks as being a father now is the fact that I did have, some music in the past that, I wouldn't necessarily let my daughter listen to, because it was more on just like, just what the way it was.
I get it.
So it's like, now I'm definitely more conscious of the music that I make. But, there were songs that I made in the past that I'm just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the wave that I was on.
It's all about growth.
Exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't regret any of that music, because to this day, this is the music that's like paying me, through streams and stuff like that. So I'm happy for that. But now I'm certainly more cautious of also my language too. So as you can see, I'm like toning down on, the cursing and stuff like that because of that. But, some of it is just, I'm gonna be authentic, so I'm gonna keep cursing on some songs.
Right, of course.
It's just me. You know
so would you? How can I say? It's like, would you approach women versus differently?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Calming down with that B word. It's over for that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I get it. I understand.
You know what I'm saying? You got a whole kid out here. You got Mac with that B word, bro. So it's like,
but since you have been changing your bars, you have been more conscious. You have been getting real into the lyricism, like as of recent. So your new song, The Truth, You start the song by saying, "Nobody care about the youth. Please stop telling them the truth. Please start telling them the truth."
Yeah.
And like, what did you mean? Like, do you feel like society's lying to them?
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, and a lot of artists fail to keep it 100. Like, let's be honest with y'all. Like, we're corrupting the minds of our children today. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, we're effing them up. Like, I'm not calling out certain rappers. I'm not trying to put certain rappers on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put niggas out, but it's like, think about some of the music that's out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if we're gonna be cold and uncut, we're gonna be cold and uncut. You know what I'm saying? So whoever like this, if you like it, you dislike, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? We not holding nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the purpose? You know what I'm saying? I got one life to live. This is my voice. I'm on my man platform. Let's talk about it. So I'll give you a perfect example. A song like Murder on My Mind. You know what I'm saying? For that to be on the top of the Billboard charts, top 10, top 20, Hot 100 songs of the world, Murder on My Mind, wake up in the morning, I want to kill somebody. Like, you guys are pushing this negative music to the forefront and then wondering why all this negative shit is happening. Let's be for real, bro. I mean, like, I know this is going to make a lot of niggas uncomfortable. A lot of niggas is probably watching this video like, oh, fuck that nigga. I like that song. Oh, that's my shit. I'll be bumping that shit. Bro, think about what it's doing to that 12-year-old. Think about what it's doing to that 9-year-old who's thinking about picking that gun up now. You know what I'm saying? Because he heard that song. And you like that shit. Because the melody hard. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even going to go too deep in that because I know a lot of y'all fuck with that song. And I'm not even going to take the backlash from all of y'all. But it is what it is. I had to put that out there because we live and we uncut. And this could go on the gram, this could go on the tube, however you feel, however you want it. It's real shit. I gotta talk the real shit, bro.
That's fact. I mean, I want you to be completely transparent. But like, so you feel like, so with that bar, do you feel like a lot of rappers, singers, whatever, like, just be lying and like, the youth looks at it like, oh, this is what they doing.
The thing is, like, I feel like as artists, like, it's cool that we make the turn up shit, because I got songs that turn up, and, you know, I got some songs that aren't all positive, but it's like, to some degree, let's not oversaturate it with negativity. Like, it can't just be all murder, kills, like, kill this nigga, shoot this nigga. Like, bro, at some point, we gotta put some type of positive light in here, because if it's all these songs about killing, shooting niggas, robbing niggas, and then y'all wondering why niggas getting killed, shot, and robbed, what the fuck? Y'all, these are the songs that y'all worshiping, bro.
True.
It's like, to some degree, we just gotta tone it down a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna make a kill song or a murder song, like, why y'all even snitching on yourselves in the first place, bro? Let's be for real with it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that's really doing that, they hushing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I never understood that in the first place. And, you know what I'm saying? Street niggas that's watching this video know what I'm talking about. They hushing up. Why are you even confessing to what you're doing? I just think that, you know, to some degree, let's just tone it down a little bit. I understand you a killer, you a murderer, you did this, you did that. Just like tone it down. You know what I'm saying? Just disguise it. Use little code words so the kids don't gotta know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gotta disguise it a little bit, because if you just, you know what I'm saying, that's blatant.
It's just like, mad blunt. Like,
that's just too blatant. Like, exactly, bro. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna be a 9-year-old white boy, I'm sorry, that's gonna watch this shit and be like, this shit is cool, bro. I wanna do this shit. Cool, I wanna know what it's like to kill a nigga, bro. Like, he told me that. I'm telling you, bro. See, this is the real shit that these other rappers ain't gonna come up here and talk, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, I feel
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Keep it all the way a buck up there.
No, I do feel like, you know, I want more positive records to be more mainstream, because there's a lot of positive music out there, but they don't get the plays, because they don't get the clicks. Because, you know, sometimes the content is not, it's radio friendly, but it's not turn up music, or it's not something that's going to get you going. So, I get it, but, like, we need more Wale music.
Yeah,
like, J. Cole, he on the radio, Kendrick Lamar, you know.
Shit. Shout outs to them.
But, also on the song, you had said, I done made hella money off my passion.
Oh, yeah.
So, how do you feel about people who don't,
so that bar
go for their passion, though?
So that bar specifically too, I said, made hella fucking money off passion. Get the whole thing, no fraction. Really independent, no capping. So actually, to really connect that bar, Passion was a song that I written and recorded. 2016, I believe I dropped it.
It was.
That song is currently my top selling song that song has paid, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I've made some pretty good streaming revenue off that song alone. Mm-hmm. It's a motivational record, so a lot of people, a lot of people vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, it's not one of them songs that you can really hate on because it's just like motivational. So it's just uplifting. You know what I'm saying? So that song has actually, I remember, because I'm totally indie, so I see everything come in, see everything come out. So till this day, I'm still cutting myself little single checks off Passion. You know what I'm saying? Because as an indie artist, you're able to, you know what I'm saying? You see it come in, see it come out. So Passion has always been my number one, you know what I'm saying, leading record. Okay. So I've just always I just wanted to throw that in there and, you know what I'm saying, get the whole thing. No fraction was just to let niggas know, like, I get all of it. There's no label that's getting a piece. There's no manager that's getting a piece. Really independent, no capping.
One person get a piece is Melody.
Exactly. You feel me? You feel me? No, that's all you.
But how do you feel about people who don't go for their passion because they don't see instant money or instant results?
I feel like it's very common because a lot of times people will just fall into the traps of just like going for what's comfortable right now. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't strive for their passion because it doesn't pay off immediately. You know what I'm saying? It might take 8 to 10 years before you see anything move. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this, bro. I'm like 20 videos in. People that know, like, I just started getting paid off music just like 2018. I've finally started getting streaming revenue. I've been putting out YouTube videos and SoundCloud.
It was like 2014.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, for 4 minutes. Yeah, exactly. I'm like 20 videos in. You know what I'm saying? I got this is a long, you know what I'm saying? Long ride type shit. So
your new video popping too.
Yeah, good looking, bro. In the spot. Yeah, shout out to In the Spot. Shout out to Ideal, Not Common Films. Yo, she smacked that shit out the park. But yeah, long story short, it's crazy because like sometimes it might take a while before you see anything move. So it hasn't been up until 2018 that I've been actually being able to see the fruits of my labor and actually send myself streaming checks and royalty checks from just streaming revenue. So it's taken years. So it's like, the thing is, if you don't really love what you're doing, it's hard to stay in it because if you don't really love the shit, you're not going to get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. And that's true. You got to be willing to keep putting shit out while you're not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? 2014, 15, 16, I was putting out videos, spending money on videos, not looking at no return, just throwing the money in the air. Just because I really love the shit. I love to put my voice out. I love to, you know what I'm saying, talk on a mic. You know what I'm saying? Let niggas get a piece of me. You feel me? So I just really loved it. And then it hasn't been up until recently that I've been seeing the fruits of my labor. So if you really want to do something that you love, like that's always the best way because, you know what I'm saying, you're not necessarily in a rush to see the shit come to pass. It's just like you're doing this shit because you love it. And then all of a sudden when you get that win, it's like, yo, that shit was clutch. You feel me?
Well, so like right now, because you're indie artist, would you sign a major deal right now if it was offered to you?
To be honest, yeah, I would do a single song deal. I'm not gonna lie to you. So if any of you labels is watching right now, you know what I'm saying, let's do a single song deal. You know what I'm saying? I actually got a lot of label connects on LinkedIn too. So if any of you LinkedIn label niggas is watching this shit,
my man,
let's do a single song deal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We can do a single song. I'm not trying to y'all not getting my merch. Y'all not getting 20% of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let's do one song. We could do 50-50. Or we could do 70-30. You know what I'm saying? Masterpiece style. You know what I'm saying? However you want to do it. We could do a single song deal. That's actually what I'm looking for right now. Just that one, you know what I'm saying? No, yeah. Just that one joint just to hit the masses because from there, I could just get shit moving on my own because I have enough music.
Now you have even stronger.
Exactly, because now I got you tuned in now. Look, it's 20 more songs out. Go check them out. You know what I'm saying? So let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So if you labels is watching, I'm making streaming money right now. So holla at your boy for that single song. You heard? STIFF Lauren.
Where did you get that name from?
Oh yeah, so Stiff Lauren. So pretty much how the name came about. So Stiff was just a name that I had just as a child because when I was playing sports, football, basketball, I've always ran stiff. Like, I just always had a really stiff run. So they used to call me Lil Stiff back in Maplewood. Shout out to Maplewood, everybody from Maplewood. They used to call me Lil Stiff because I just always ran stiff. I used to play basketball stiff. That was just, you know what I'm saying? They used to call me Stiff. So that was the first bit of my name. And then the Lauren side of my name just wanted to pretty much be the Ralph Lauren of music, the way Ralph Lauren has been out since '67 and still 2019. Niggas is still rocking polo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Low. You know what I'm saying? It's just I just wanted to be the Ralph Lauren of music. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to connect the Stiff, which was my previous name, with the Lauren, and just pretty much connect the Stiff Lauren, and just pretty much make timeless music, because, like I said, Passion has been out since 2016. Until this day, the shit is still selling wild records. So that's just a testament of, if your music is really timeless, niggas will bump it all, you know what I'm saying, throughout their, you know what I'm saying, throughout their entire experience. Yeah, the light just came off, but it's all good though.
Fuck that, we still rocking.
Yeah, we still rocking. You already know what time it is.
In the song Passion, right? You had a bar, you was like, if I told you I would change the world, would you help? I doubt it. You way too selfish to care about life for somebody else.
Yeah, I pretty much, like, with that bar, I was just pretty much saying, like, I feel like a lot of times as human beings, we don't really consider other people, and we're so self-centered, and we're all trying to make it ourselves, and we don't see other people's visions and other people, what they got going on. And it's like, once you're able to tune into other people and see what the fuck they got going on, if you see they got a wave, and you might be able to offer some kind of support or make that right connection that might help that person, you know what I'm saying? That will be of, you know what I'm saying, of huge magnitude in the future, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that kind of stuff you should always consider doing. So it's like, I feel like, you know, a lot of people are just selfish nowadays. So that was pretty much like the moral of that bar right there.
Alright, cool. So, like, do you have any other music coming out soon? Any other visuals?
Yeah, so The Truth, you know what I'm saying, that song is doing crazy. A lot of people rocking with it. I shot a little snippet just playing around in Mexico when I was out there. I was doing a video project for a client. So The Truth is actually my next video that should be releasing soon. So I'm shooting that video soon. I'm just, like, still in the process of, like, marketing In the Spot right now, because that's still moving right now, and that has been, like, that ain't stopped moving, because it's an upbeat record, and those kind of records people like more of, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of my records are more motivational, so when I put out shit like that, like In the Spot, shit like that moves. So I'm still in the process of marketing that right now.
Okay.
So once I wrap up that campaign, I'll start to shoot the True video, but in the meantime, I'm just cooking up the marketing on that and just getting that moving though. So y'all can go ahead and check that out. It's your boy Stiff Lauren, In the Spot. You know what I'm saying? Spell exactly how
his name gonna be on it, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly, so you can look your.
Alright, one last question for you. Who your top 3 favorite rappers?
Top 3 all time, I'd probably say Eminem. I know that's crazy. Eminem, Jadakiss, Tupac. I would say Tupac.
Okay. I'm surprised you say Jay-Z. I'm very surprised.
Nah, I fuck with Hov, but like Eminem, like he was just like, he got different personalities and just different shit. Like he explored like different areas that I didn't even know was, you know what I'm saying, to be even explored. So I think he was dope. Obviously Tupac for the lyricism and just everything that Pac brought. And Kiss, it was just like the way he just finessed shit with the smoothness. I thought that was just like, you know what I'm saying, that's unmatched type shit. So I've always fucked with them 3 for the most part, but you know, those are I would say those are my top 3.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Anything else you want to say to everybody?
So all the indie artists that's out here watching this video, you know what I'm saying, if you out here and you just, you know what I'm saying, you want to get your music moving and shit like that, I just want to tell you, just keep believing in yourself. You don't need a label. I mean, if you are striving to get signed to a label, it's not a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Get that label support, but we have more than enough resources now in 2019 to be able to take over our own shit, do our own shit nowadays. So I feel like you can do your own shit. So it's like, push it. You know what I'm saying? If the music is really that dope, if it's really, really that dope, niggas gonna word of mouth it. It's gonna word of mouth. People gonna tell their homeboy, hey bro, you heard that shit? Yo, niggas gonna be in with their homeboys, siphoning to it. Niggas gonna be turning up to it. It's gonna be in the clubs. If it's really that hard, it's gonna make its way around to the people.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, don't focus on your hometown, because your hometown might not fuck with you. At the end of the day, it's a big ass world out here. Get everybody to fuck with you. Get the internet to fuck with you at the end of the day, because the internet is gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? Your hometown, they gonna see you when they see you. You heard, it's your boy Stiff Lauren. That's STIFF Lauren. Follow your boy on every social media platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm on YouTube, I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, every single one of them shits. That's Stiff Lauren, my nigga. Shit, God. You know
appreciate y'all watching. Peace.
Yo, shout outs to my boy, though. Matter of fact, we ain't even gonna do it like that. Yo. Shout outs to my boy putting the artists on, you know what I'm saying? Just letting artists to, just allowing them to have a voice, you know what I'm saying? Because that's real shit. Because
I appreciate that.
As indie artists, you know what I'm saying? People don't, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to hear what we got to say, you know what I'm saying? So just, you just allowing us on here and just to be able to just voice our opinions and just voice, you know what I'm saying, just what we're about. I just think that's totally dope, and I definitely want to salute you for that, bro. So,
I definitely appreciate you coming up here.
You already, bro.
Appreciate y'all watching.
Subscribe to the channel. You already
ring.